It was pushing 93, 94, 95 on Tuesday when they had camp, a morning session for linemen and an afternoon session for skill position players. And then yesterday, it was actually going up as high as 96, 97 degrees and felt like 106. And then you're out there on the field turf too, which is kind of like hot concrete out there. So, because it just with all those rubber pellets, just kind of traps in all that heat and everything. It was miserable. So, I was out there the last 2 days for the camp and saw a ton of great players we're going to talk about. But also today, it's not quite that hot today, although my thing says it is 90 degrees where I'm at here in Pataskala. So it's about 5 degrees cooler than it's been, but still brutally, brutally hot here in Columbus. They're having a 7-on-7 tournament there at Ohio State today with high schools from really all over. I had the list. I think there are schools from Indiana, Kentucky, Michigan, maybe one or two from Virginia. I'm not sure, but they're coming from all over to come and play in a 7-on-7 tournament at Ohio State. And so far, it has not rained here in Central Ohio, so they're hoping to get this all done here later this afternoon. And one of the key guys there is from Findlay, Luke Montgomery. I get the two brothers confused. I think Ryan is the verbal commitment, who's the 2023 offensive lineman, and then Luke, I think, is the 2025 quarterback. And I would say it's a good bet that he's going to be the quarterback that they sign. If they only sign one, it'll probably be him in that 2025 class, just because actually he's Ryan Montgomery, his brother is Luke. So I'm getting them all confused, as I'm almost dyslexic sometimes with these names, and I'm getting old. That's part of my problem is remembering things. But Ryan Montgomery is the quarterback. Luke is the offensive lineman, and he's playing there today. Bill Kurlick and Patrick Murphy are there. We've got a thread going on bucknuts.com with live updates from the 7-on-7 tournament. Not a lot of other key prospects really appearing there today. Maybe a quarterback from Bell Fountain, Tavian St. James, I believe is his name, that we tracked earlier. He was at another camp session. And Cleveland, Villa Angela, St. Joseph is there. They've got a really good defensive player, a young kid who may have gotten an offer as well. So hey, there's Big Tone.
There he is.
So that's going on right now, and he could probably tell you a little bit more about the developments out there because he just came from there, the 7-on-7 tournament. I'll just add there's one more day of camp, and that's next Tuesday. And Dylan Rayola, the quarterback from Arizona, committed in the 2024 class, considered the top quarterback in the 2024 class, will be at the camp on Tuesday. And as our colleague, Mr. Noon, said yesterday when we were all at the camp, Tuesday is going to be a show because Dylan Rayola will be there. And they usually have one camp session where they rock the vote and get all the former players out there and have all the prospects attending and all that. So that may be the all-star day when Dylan Rayola comes back to Columbus next week. But Tone, I'll flip it over to you. What'd you see out there today? Nice weather we're having, huh?
Well, yeah, Dylan Rayola won't be the only thing coming back to town next week. This weekend it's going to cool down, be into the 70s, and then Tuesday it'll be back up into the mid-90s for Dylan Rayola. So just what the media wants to hear, another hot day there. But yeah, I stayed for about half of it today, was there for 3 sessions, watched a couple of quarterbacks, young quarterbacks, including Ryan Montgomery out of Findlay, who's a 2025 kid. And boy, if you don't have a program, and there are no programs, it's hard to keep track of everybody. You got to know precisely where somebody is in order to go and watch, not just stand around looking like a doof. But yeah, it was good to get back out there. This is my first day of camp, so I didn't want to overdo it, obviously. So I did about a half day and then came back here for. So I didn't want to leave you guys stranded.
You'll overdo it when it gets to be 75 degrees outside.
Yes, that's overdoing it weather.
And it makes sense. Unfortunately, you guys take the brunt of it from both ends of the spectrum, as we do in the Northeast and the Midwest, where it shoots from 40 to 90 like that. But hey, there you go. That's where we stand.